Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Pirates of the Coffee Bean. And for today, we're going to be trying a new game, which is the Fantasy Premier League. It's a strategy game, also, kind of. And yeah, I'm a huge fan of the Premier League. I've been playing this game for like 2 seasons, I think. Now it's my third season. So yeah, I just wanted to share my team with you. And if you are an FPL fan, you would know that the team for this season is extremely tough to pick because the prices have received like a very big inflation. So yeah, I just like kept changing, and finally I landed, I think, on a formula that may work for the new season. So we're gonna start out line by line, the goalkeepers, the defense, the mid, and the attack, and I'm gonna like explain my logic behind it. So let's start with the goalkeepers. We have Verbruggen and Martin Dubravka. Verbruggen is the goalkeeper of Brighton, and Dubravka is, I think, the second goalkeeper in Tottenham Hotspur. And I chose those particular goalkeepers because they are budget. And the thing is, I'm not really relying on the goalkeeper position a lot. So I wanted to choose like budget goalkeepers, of course, and for 4.5 million, I think Verbruggen is the best option because Brighton is a very solid team defensively, and this goalkeeper in particular, I've been watching him the last season. He was outstanding. He might like bring 11, 12 points in one match. He saves penalties. He makes a lot of saves. So yeah, I think is a very decent option in this particular price range. And when we look at his matches at the beginning of the season, like, it's not that easy, but it's definitely not that difficult. We have Aston Villa at home, Leeds at home, Coventry away. Those are easy matches, and yeah, Brighton is already a very tough team to get through. So even like in those difficult matches, you can still may expect some points from him. And yeah, for Dubravka, it's the most selected, I think, second goalkeeper, and I chose it because of his price, nothing more. Because yeah, I mean, for 4 million, I think it's the best option I have, and I just wanted to leave a lot of money for the next lines of players because, like I said, the prices have received such a big inflation, so it would be tough to really work with expensive goalkeepers. For example, David Raya from Arsenal. I had it in my team, and in fact, it is like the most selected, I think, goalkeeper. It's like 30%, very high ownership. I'm a bit worried about that, but I decided not to go with him because it's 6 million. And to be honest, the calendar of Arsenal is not that great except for the Coventry match, the first match. And besides, it's really tough to keep a clean sheet already in the Premier League. So, budget goalkeepers, I think, is the best option strategically. Now we move on to the defensive line, and we cannot say defense without Arsenal. So I decided like to choose a player from Arsenal, which is Ricardo Calafiori. And why did I choose this guy? It's because he goes a lot up front. So he provides assists. Sometimes he scores. I've seen him the last season, and I think he's gonna be starting for sure. Like because there are some injuries. Saliba is injured, and there is I think Ben White is not fit, and Juliet Timber is injured. So yeah, I'm not seeing him on the bench. So he's definitely gonna start. So yeah, and with 5.5 million, it's a very decent option. Now I'm gonna move to Guardiola. So for Manchester City, it's really straightforward. You have to start with three players, I think, because they have a really decent calendar in the beginning of the season, except the Man United match. So yeah, I mean. it would be kind of a mistake not to recruit from Manchester City like the three players, like the maximum limit. So yeah, and in defense, I decided to go with Joško Gvardiol. There is a bit of doubt whether he starts or not. I think 90%, as I heard from the news, he will be starting. They renewed his contract, and yeah, I mean, I think it's very likely that he will start the games under Enzo Maresca. And like Calafiori, also Gvardiol contributes a lot to goals, a lot to assists. So, and yeah, he's a very good player to rely on in free kicks and in corners and so on. He has very good headers. So yeah, I mean, I think it's the correct decision. And I decided to go like for my third defender. I decided to go with Luke Shaw. And Man United is actually a very interesting team at the beginning of the season. There are very good matches like Hull City away, the team that recently got promoted from the Championship after the playoffs, I think. And he has Man United has also Ipswich Town, Everton away. They have Man City home, but okay, I mean overall those are very good matches. And Luke Shaw actually has a very good ownership. 24%. So with that price range, I think it's essential to have Luke Shaw in the beginning of the season. So those are my three starting defenders for game week one, but I have some rotation options. Of course, as we can see, for Calafiori, it's gonna get hard in the next games. So I plan to rotate him with Jean-Paul Van Heeken. Uh, he was recently recruited from Brighton. Very good defender. Also dangerous in when he goes up in attack. So I thought with that price range, I mean, it's useful to have him on my team. And yeah, I'm gonna rotate him with Calafiori. That's my plan, I guess. And there's a budget defender, which is Thomas from Coventry City. A lot of people went with Van Ewijk, but I decided to go with Thomas since I wanted to make a bit of a differential factor. And and I think, yeah, I've seen him like the last season in the championship. He was starting most of the games and he plays 90 minutes, so why not? I think one of the best budget defenders we have right now. And I might even play him in the second game against Hull City. We'll see how it works out, but I might play him. Now, it's essential to note that I don't spend a lot like in goalkeeping or in defense because I think those are the lowest source of points. I decided to focus on the mid and on the attack, and I have very good two lines here. So we will start with the most expensive midfielder, which is Bruno Fernandes, with a very high ownership, as you can see, 48%. So there is no question about it. You must have him on your team. First of all, he had like an extraordinary last season. He contributes a lot in assists and in goals. He's the best player in Manchester United by far, and yeah, I'm definitely against anyone who says that you should begin without Bruno Fernandes. But if you decided to go with that risk, then you should probably get a player from Man United anyway, because they have like a very good starting five matches. So, but uh, but I think it's essential to have Bruno Fernandes on your team. Like with that ownership, with that quality, I mean, it would be a big mistake not to choose him in the beginning of the season. Um, 12 million, yes, but I think it's worth it. I think so. The second one, I chose to go with Antoine Semenyo, and like I said, I wanted to have many players from as many as I can from Manchester City. They're looking good, very good beginning of the season, and Antoine Semenyo has been really clinical last year with Manchester City in the second phase of the season. So he contributed a lot, and with Erling Haaland, he would be really decent. And uh, even though its ownership is very, very high, like 22%, but compared to Dominic Szoboszlai from Liverpool, for example, which is, I think, almost 47, 46% ownership, it's considered like this choice is considered to be a differential choice, a choice that will put you ahead of other players. Because a lot of people seem to be forgetting about Antoine Semenyo uh, due to the topic of conversations being focused on other players. But this player can't be forgotten about. I mean, with the Man City calendar and with his quality, I think it will be a really good game if I have him on my team. Now we move on to Verts, and this is the other differential choice in my midfield. And why is that? Because a lot of people went with Dominic Szoboszlai. Dominic Szoboszlai obviously has a very high ownership, like I said. Um, let's see here. Yeah, so he has 47.7% ownership with a very good calendar of Liverpool FC. And the thing with Dominic Szoboszlai is I had him initially on my team because its ownership is already terrifying, and if he does something, like you will drown in rankings. But then I saw the friendly match with Leeds United, and I decided, you know what, this is a good chance to drop him from my top. And why is that? Because Jeremy Frimpong has been injured, and the thing with Dominic Szoboszlai is that he can play pretty much everywhere on the field, which is a very good quality of football player. But fantasy-wise, I don't think that helps him a lot because he will probably be used in the defense as back right. So I think dropping him is the smartest move. He has very high ownership and he won't be contributing a lot in goals. He might occasionally contribute, but I don't think it's going to be a lot. If we had Frimpong, I would keep Soboslai. But since Frimpong is injured right now, I think the smartest move is to get Florian Wirtz, which is the player like the like the attacking midfielder under the forward. And so I think this guy will benefit a lot from fantasy wise from the injury of Frimpong. Even though Frimpong does work well with Florian Wirtz, but like the advantage that Superstar had, now it's kind of gone, and now we should be focusing on Florian Wirtz. Plus, Andoni Iraola plays a lot of attacking football. I expect a lot of shots, a lot of chances, and yeah, I think it's inevitable that this guy brings us some very, very good points. And with 11% ownership, it's a differential for this season. And then we have Pascal Gross, and Pascal Gross is an absolute like scam. Why is that? Because it's with 5.5 million in price, and this guy has 90 minutes guaranteed, penalties guaranteed. He's on free kicks, so and he's an assist machine also. So this guy will definitely bring points, and with this price range, I think it's the best midfield like in the game right now, in his price range, of course. And 7% ownership, don't hesitate to bring him. I mean, people seem to be forgetting about this guy, and trust me, Brighton will definitely have a good season. They have a very, very good set of players, a very, very good coach. So, yeah, I mean, I think this guy will be uh, very profitable for my team. And after those expensive choices, I decided to go with a budget midfield, of course, and we chose Dowell from Hull City. And I mean, even the budget choices, you should probably focus on how on their quality, pretty much, on how much points they may bring. And this guy contributes in goals in the championship, so I thought it might be the best decision to actually bring him. And maybe if there are some easy matches, I'll use him to rotate with some players. Even though, to be honest, that would be a bit far fetched due to Hull City position right now. So yeah, I mean, definitely budget, very good budget pick, and can provide a surprise. Like if Hull City is gonna score goals, then this guy has a very high chance that he would be involved in it. There is Dowell, and I think there is Bellumi, but Bellumi is 5 million. And I think if Bellumi was 4.5, I think I would bring Bellumi. I've seen the quality on the player, and very good player. I can assure that. But since we have only 4.5 million left, I decided to bring this guy, and yeah, hopefully he's like a bench warmer, but hopefully when I use him, he'll bring me some good points. And last but not least, we have the attacking line. And first of all, of course, we have Erling Haaland. So this guy, I mean, for anyone who decides to start without Erling Haaland, I mean, you're crazy. Either you don't get the game or you're a lunatic because like 75% ownership. I mean, even if you hate the player's guts, you have to bring him in FPL, or you will be doomed. You won't be able to get him due to his high price, 15.5 million. It's like a record. And with this ownership and with the quality of the player, you have to bring him in. Like you have absolutely no chance of uh, really making good result in FPL if you don't get this guy. And second, we have Joao Pedro, which is like a forward, who is a forward from Chelsea with a very high ownership, also 54%, and the same thing goes for him. Um, you cannot start without this guy. Like, uh, it's the same. Like, if he does something and you don't have him, you're doomed. So, yeah, I mean, Erling Haaland, Joao Pedro, you will have to bring those guys. So overall, like Haaland, Joao Pedro, Bruno Fernandes, and I think Luke Shaw, those four players, you have to get them. And the last player I recruited was Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and this guy like was in a very low level with Everton, but when he got recruited to Leeds, he immediately switched. Like it's like he turned his engines on. It's like God took him out and brought another player. It's a completely different level for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. He's an absolute master hunter in the attack. He takes headers. He knows how to position himself in the last 6 yards. So yeah, very good player. With his price also, I think it's a scam. Like 6 million with Igor Thiago being in 8 million. Like this guy is a far better forward, to be honest. And Igor Thiago has scored a lot of penalties. And to be honest, I think that's related a bit to luck. So I wouldn't bring him, and like too expensive for his quality. I think Dominic Calvert-Lewin far exceeds him with 6 million. You gain 2 million, and I think uh, he's gonna be a very big asset for my team. And he has already a high ownership, like relatively speaking, 21%. And also, it's very important to note that Leeds under Daniel Farke have been performing really well. They beat Liverpool last time, 4-2. They were losing 2-0, and then they came back. And I mean, it's astonishing. Even for a friendly, it's astonishing. So, I mean, even in the last part of the season, these seem to be very tough team to deal with, and they found their basics, they found their stability. I think they're gonna do well in the Premier League this season. So yeah, it's important to get players from there, and I think Calvert-Lewin is the most important one. So yeah, that's my comp. I think for now, like I won't change anything unless some news came up or something like that. But other than that, it's a very decent team, and I think I'm gonna do well. And of course, for my starting team for game week one. By the way, look at my name. It's Andromeda FC. If you don't know Andromeda, it's like a very distant galaxy, but the closest galaxy to the Milky Way. Um, yeah, I'm an astronomy fan, so I decided to name it Andromeda. and hopefully we'll get far with this team. Uh, my team badge is pending in moderation, but I think it's very cool. I might show it in the next video. And so this is my comp for the first game week. I think it makes sense. We have Verbruggen against Aston Villa. I started with Calafiori, Guardiola, Shaw in the defense. In the mid, we have Gross, Bruno Fernandes, Schwartz, and Semenyo, which, those four will be starting every game pretty much. And also those three in the attack will be starting every game. And as you can see, like my spendings when it comes to budget gestion, I think the setup like 3-4-3 will remain pretty much for the majority of the matches because those four in the mid, those three are definitely always starting. I mean, it's gonna be really tough to rotate one of them. But I mean, for the defense, we have Benheki to rotate with either Guardiola, Calafiori, or Shaw, and we might occasionally get Dowell in the midfield. We'll see how it goes. Also for Thomas, like the same thing, but yeah, I mean, for Thomas and Dowell, it's gonna be really, really occasional to get them in the team. So I'm not planning to use any weapons in the beginning of the season. I mean, some people are going for the bench boost early on. I don't think that's a very good strategy. We don't have a lot of data, to be honest. So yeah, it would be quite reckless to play bench boost right now, even though we have like two chances. But I think it's important to know when to strike. So I'm honestly like I'm honestly for not using any weapons at the beginning of the season. See what your team's like. See the initial levels, the players on the watch list, and then we can use the our chips and our weapons. So yeah, I mean that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and yeah, I mean if I find any useful informations, any players that we might induct into the watch list, I'll make sure to share it with you. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you soon with the next video. Goodbye.